Daytime baseball here on MLB Network. Today, it's the second of this three-game series between the Washington Nationals and the Philadelphia Phillies. Major League Baseball on MLB Network coming up right after this. Woody Swanson out of the state of Arkansas is on the hill here. HR, what's the word on him?
Well, Matt, if you look at the rotation, this is the guy everybody questions. How is he still in? ERA over 5 last season. But what I see is a guy that they trust. He's going to take the ball. He's going to go be out there and battle. And let's just see if maybe he can turn this trend around of inconsistency.
The afternoon for Washington.
Here's the center fielder, Denard Span. And we are ready for some daytime baseball. Out in front as this is pulled foul into the seats. Harold, these Phillies as they begin play here today. It's been a promising start to the new year as they've taken 3 of the first 4 contests.
Man, this team is hot right now. They blew them out game 1. I mean, it was ugly. So they're doing everything you're asking right now to have done. They're clicking on all cylinders. I would hate to have to face them right now.
The temperature here at game time still definitely on the cool side. 51 degrees at first pitch. Leaves a changeup high for a strike.
Pretty lucky to get away with that one. There's not a situation ever where you want to throw a high changeup, so I think he'll try to make an adjustment with the next one he throws.
Here he comes again, 1-2. And another foul ball. Again, a 1-2. Hit out towards second. There to play it is Zobrist. Go on to first will take care of Span for the game's first out. A moment now to take a look at the visiting Washington Nationals. Who stands out to you, Danny?
Well, I know they love what Ian Desmond brings to this offense. He doesn't let the pressure of the big moment get to him. I love watching this guy hit in clutch situations. It's like he takes a deep breath and everything stops like the Zen man.
Here's the shortstop, Ian Desmond. He was 1 for 4 with a 2-bagger in yesterday's game. And he takes a cold strike, 0-1. And there is our officiating crew in this one, calling balls and strikes, Mr. Freddie Ferguson.
Yeah, Matt, Freddie might call a few strikes below the knees in this one, but he tends to get pretty good reviews. Players don't argue a whole lot. He's consistent. He almost never impacts the game in a negative way.
This is line to left. In is Batista, but this gets down a base hit.
Looked like he was sitting on the hard stuff right there. Stayed right on it, stayed with it. Hard line drive. Great game plan.
Number 34, Bryce Harper.
Here's Bryce Harper now, and he's been swinging the bat really well in April. He's got that average up over 350 to start the new season. Just off the outside, and it's 1-0. Not close. It's 2-0.
Boy, he just looks locked in at the plate right now to me. His numbers in recent games have been very good, and those were 2.
Oh, and while we talked, that pitch got away and ended up hitting him. So he'll head down to first on the hit by pitch.
The catcher.
Here's the catcher,
13.
Salvador Perez. He's off to a good start at the plate. The average coming in just under 300. First pitch coming. Here it is. And this one's in the dirt. No movement on base. It's ball 1. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. Squared that one up just a little late. Up high. 2-1 now.
Well, this is what they didn't do yesterday. Execute with runners in scoring position. So now you got a chance. Here it is already in this ball game. You got a guy sitting there in scoring position. Drive him in, execute, and you jump away from yesterday's loss.
Here's Ryan Zimmerman now. His average coming into this one is just barely over 200. So he'll be looking to turn the page on a slow start here. First pitch has him dancing to avoid it. It's ball one.
We can't hear it from here, obviously, but I think someone in the dugout just yelled, "Wear it," because that could have been a run.
Nope. And he lays off a fastball here that looked pretty good, but it's 2-0.
Putting himself in a pretty bad situation now on 2-0, and the base is loaded. He basically doesn't have much of an option but to challenge him right here.
A curveball that catches the inside corner.
That is a pro pitch right there. 2-0 curveball for a strike. You make those kind of pitches, you'll be around for a long time.
On a good pitch there, had him stretching to get out there, and it's 2-2 now.
Oh, it looks like he might be a little anxious swinging at that pitch out of the zone. This situation, bases loaded, you have a tendency to be a little jumpy. You got to calm down, let them come to you. They still have to throw it over the plate.
Now a swing and a chopper foul right at home plate. All even at 2-2. Here it is. Oh, and he's hit by the pitch. And that'll be a painful run batted in.
Yeah, it was a great battle there, and he was one strike away from putting him away. As a pitcher, you hate to put a guy on for free after all that work.
Martin Prado now, as he'll take a breaking ball too low, and it's 1-0. He could really open this lead up early if he can deliver here with the bases loaded. The 1-0 delivery. A breaking ball taken at the knees for strike one. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a liner, but foul. Already 24 pitches to this point in the inning. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. He's set. Here's the 2-2. And opposite field as he lines this down the line in right. 1 run scores. And the run is in to score from second. It's a 3-0 game. So stepping in, Michael Taylor. It was an 0 for 4 day for him in yesterday's loss.
Michael Taylor.
He's set, and the pitch. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner.
Well, Matt, I'm looking at his high pitch count here in the first inning. They've done a great job of being patient and making him work. The key here, keep that pitch count up, and maybe you'll get in that bullpen.
0-1 is a circle change that's over for a called strike.
That changeup for the second strike right there is a great sign. When you're struggling like he has early in this game, you got to get in a rhythm. The changeup, off-speed pitches, all those put your mechanics in right place to throw strikes.
With the infield back and a runner at third, he's definitely pitching for a strikeout or maybe something like a harmless pop-up. You could see it from that high fastball, but that was just a good job of laying off that pitch.
So the breaking ball locked him up there. Michael Taylor is the second out of the opening frame. Stepping in, Danny Espinosa. He's got a chance to add on to what's already been a big inning for them.
Yeah, 2 on here and 3 on the board already. They've absolutely come out and forced the issue of this inning. Matt, a hit here could really fire up that dugout.
And a change of corner to start him out. It's ball one. The 1-0 delivery. Curveball that time, not even close.
You know, he just doesn't have command of where he's throwing the ball right now. I mean, that pitch was supposed to be on the outside part of the plate, and when you miss by that much, something's off.
Swing and a miss, 2-1.
He really was struggling. He needed that strike right there. It's been a while since he's thrown one. That's just not the way he wanted to start this inning.
3 runs already home here. And this pitch is hit foul off to the left and out of play, so the count goes to 2-2 now. All even at 2-2. Here it is. called back. Another payoff pitch. Hit down the third baseline, but this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming up. On the eighth pitch of the at-bat is the one that finally does it as he wears him down, and the inning is over. So 3 runs on only 2 hits in the inning. No errors, and 2 left. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. It's the Nationals 3 and the Phillies nothing. Andres Dubois, a right-hander from Florida, gets the ball as the starter here. Harold, any thoughts?
Well, Matt, this guy's not going to blow you away. He's a consistent major league pitcher. Look, his ERA last year a little bit over 4, but he takes the baseball. And he's the guy that's going to take his lumps, but he's going to keep coming back at you. And I think we'll probably see that kind of performance today.
In now is John Jay. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Center fielder, Sean Shea.
A swing and a shot hit down the corner, and that is off the wall in right field. The throw into second, and he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a 2-base hit.
One pitch, one swing of the bat, and they've got a man in scoring position just like that. On the mound, he's probably happy it stayed in the yard. He jumped all over the first thing he saw and almost got to round the bases.
Here's the third baseman, Adrian Beltre. Day off for him yesterday, but back out there for this one. First pitch of the at-bat. Oh, and an ugly swing there. It's 0-1. Now for Jay, that's his first double of the year here on the young campaign. Set to deliver the 0-1. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. Now the 0-2 to Beltre. Chop foul over towards the dugout.
Well, he's out in front of that changeup. I tell you what, he had to honor the fastball. The fastball, the pitch before, and back with the changeup, that's a great combination.
And Beltre wisely lays off that one. 1-2. A fastball down near the shoe tops. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a liner. Foul. A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Again, he sends it out of play. The 2-2 one more time. Very weakly on the ground, but it gets foul. A runner at second, nobody out. And he finally wears him down here as he strikes him out after a 9-pitch at bat. A moment now to check out the hometown Phils starting lineup. Who do you have your eye on, Dan?
Well, if you're on the mound, you better be careful with Michael Franco. He finished last season with the most home runs in the major leagues. He won the Major League home run title. He can put a ball into orbit when he catches it, and I hope he catches one in this game.
Ready now, Brandon Jordan. He was one of the stars from yesterday's game as he had 3 hits in the victory. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. Here comes the 0-1. And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball one.
He's clearly looking on the outside half right there. The check swing means he recognized that ball pretty good.
Shot fouled over towards the coaching box. Fouled back.
I like the pitch right there. 2-strike fastball out of the zone. See if he'll chase. I'd go even further out this time. See if he chases it again.
He'll try again. 1-2. In the dirt here. The throw will go to third. And he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch.
That can be a tough read as a runner on second to see if the ball has gotten away enough to move to third. You have to be sure you can make it. He was there, and now he's only 90 feet away.
Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul.
That is the 4th foul ball of this AB right here. He's seeing a lot of pitches.
In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. Keeps fighting him off. The 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Line drive to left. Base hit, and that'll get a run in.
That was an 8-pitch at bat, Matt. I was so impressed watching it. Pitcher throwing strikes, the batter fighting balls off, and then he ends up getting the base hit. That's just a great baseball play.
Throw over to first, and he'll get back in standing. Perhaps wisely, another look to first, and he'll dive back in. Stepping in now, Maikel Franco, as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. And he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. Ready with the 0-1 pitch.
1-1.
Slider taken here. 1 ball, 1 strike. From the belt, the pitch. Now a swing and a ground ball, but a foul ball. 1-2 the count now. Runner at first here, 1 man out. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone.
It's always nice to keep a guy that has good wheels off base, and that's just what they did right there. Big strikeout, keep that guy off the base path.
At the plate, Jose Bautista. He too had 3 knocks in yesterday's win. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. And here's a slider that's nowhere close, and it's 1-0. Here comes the 1-0. Pitch out. Nothing doing. Already 24 pitches to this point in the inning. And now a pitch hit sharply on the ground. But this will get foul. 2-1.
Well, he fouled that breaking ball off a little bit early. Timing not quite there. Had a fastball to pitch before. He just got out in front of that breaking ball.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Oh, he wanted that one, but it misses for ball 3. Wilson Ramos would be next. Stopped by the post office to get stamps on the way to mailing in that swing. It's 3-2 now.
All right, 3-2 count with 2 outs. The runner on first will be moving, so we'll see what happens. There are a lot of possible outcomes with this kind of play.
Now he lifts a high pop up. Drifting into foul territory on the right side. Zimmerman is there, and the side is retired. The sights and sounds of a day at the ballpark. Oh my goodness. More from MLB Network Saturday Baseball after this. Into the box now, Andres Dubois. He'll start things out in the top half of the second. Fouled straight back. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Couldn't wait back. A swing and a miss.
Now we got an 0-2 count, Matt. I tell you what, so impressive. He is executing his game plan, going right on the outside half and exploiting those weaknesses. All right, here's how the Phillies line up defensively, brought to you by Majestic. And I'm looking at third base down there at Adrian Beltre. I think someday that we're going to be talking about this guy in Cooperstown as a Hall of Famer. Great range at third and some kind of hitter. Nice career he's put together.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Denard Span. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Called a strike on the outer half. 0-1. 0-1. Here it comes. Off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Even at a ball and a strike. Here's the pitch. Now a swing and a fly ball. London is over now, and he's got it for out number 2.
The batter, shortstop, Ian Desmond.
Ready for another chance. Ian Desmond. He singled and scored in his first appearance in this one. Into the windup and the pitch. Late that time for a strike.
He's done a nice job of getting those 2 quick outs before the 2 hitters come to the plate right now, because he knows what's sitting down there down the order. So you stay aggressive against those little guys, try to get them out the way.
Belt high and right down the middle for a strike. Swing and a miss at a big breaking ball, and that's how the inning comes to an end. 3 up, 3 down for Washington, and it's still 3-1. Here's the catcher, Wilson Ramos. He had a couple of hits in yesterday's contest.
Catcher, Wilson Ramos.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And the first pitch is chopped foul right at home plate. It's strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. Got a big pass at a slider that gets past him.
What a good pitch. He went way out of the zone to try to swing and catch up to that slider. Now you got him thinking. It's 0-2. You can throw him anything you want.
And this one's tapped foul at home plate. Here's another 0-2. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1.
All right, here's how the Nats line up defensively, brought to you by Majestic. And behind the plate is Salvador Perez. He's one of the bigger catchers in the league. He stands about 6'4", 6'5", and took a lot of foul balls through the years off that face mask in his chest. Even changed how he was catching the ball. But I love him back there. Catch and throw and gun people down.
Into the box, Edmund London, and he is off to a dreadful start at the plate, as he has not hit the ball well at all in the month of April. Lined back over second, and that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Now that's a swing you want to put in your memory bank. He got off to a slow start here in April, but that's something to build on. And if he can continue to move forward, we'll see him get the average up soon.
Here's Ben Zobrist now. First shot for him here, with a runner at first now and 1 away. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Boy, not even close with that one, and he's behind 0-1.
In a double play situation, that's the location you want a guy to swing at. More than likely, he's going to beat it into the ground.
The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a liner. Foul. A swing and a miss for out number 2, and a ball he had no chance of making contact with.
Pretty standard pitch sequence right there. Just how you draw it up in a perfect world. Jump ahead 0-2, and then you toss a changeup in the dirt to get him to chase for a strikeout on 3 pitches. If only it were always that easy.
In now, Woody Swanson, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1. He swings and grounds it to short. Flips it underhand. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. 1 left for Philadelphia, and it remains a 3-1 ball game. City's founder William Penn seen atop City Hall here in Philadelphia as we welcome you back to our MLB Network broadcast. Digging in for his second at-bat, Bryce Harper. No official at-bat for him, but he has scored a run in this one. And he pours this one in at the letters. 0-1.
I like that curveball right there. You know he's setting fastball. He wants to ambush one, jump it right out of the yard, and you drop the curveball on him. Got an 0-1 count.
Ball 1. Halfway to 100 pitches. Here it is. And that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
Well, that's a line drive to left field on a ball that was right down the middle. I know it's early in the game, and sometimes hitters will tell you what a pitcher has. If he doesn't start to put that ball in the corners, it's going to be a short game for him.
Digging in to try it again, Salvador Perez. 0 for 1 with a run scored thus far. There's that circle change of his, but it's outside for ball 1. Here it comes, 1-0. Now a ball hit pretty well to left, but this is going to wind up in the seats foul.
Oh, he's going to want that pitch again. That ball's right down the middle in his wheelhouse. His eyes lit up. He just didn't let it travel deep enough where he could square it and keep it fair.
London will pull this one in over near the first base dugout for out number 1.
Now batting, the first baseman, Ryan Zimmerman.
Striding in once again, Ryan Zimmerman. He was plunked with a pitch in his first trip to the plate. Looks at a changeup on the inside corner for a strike. Here comes the 0-1. Tried to pull that one back, but he couldn't do it, and it's 0-2 now. Working for the punch out and the offering. Little dribbler down the line. And he is in there. Digging in, Martin Prado. He was able to plate 2 with a base hit in his first appearance. Here's the first pitch to him. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. Third inning here. 3-1 our score. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Drifting toward the third base dugout. And this is taken in by Beltre for the second out.
Now batting, left fielder, Michael Taylor.
Into the box now, Michael Taylor. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. Check swing and a pop-up out toward the mound. Oh, and he misses it.
Now batting.
Stepping up to the plate, Danny Espinosa. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And he just misses with a curveball.
Hey, we're only in the 3rd inning, and his pitch count is above 60. That's not being too efficient with your pitches.
Lays off again, and it's 2-0.
Hitters up right here, man. Those are 2 close pitches right there, and you got the call as a hitter. You got to feel pretty good that he's seeing what you're seeing.
And that's over. 2-1.
Love the pitch call there. 2-0. You know the guy's geared up for a fastball, and you drop a changeup in the zone. That's going to be a tough pitch to handle.
Throw on to first is going to get him, and the Nationals blow an opportunity here, and that ends the inning. So the error winds up not costing him as they leave the bases loaded. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Nationals 3 and the Phillies 1. In now is John Jay. He'll get us going in the home half of inning number 3.
Center fielder Sean Shea.
Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt. The first pitch. This is skied into short left center. Taylor comes on and makes the catch in shallow left for out number 1. Still far too early for any semblance of a race to take shape, but we'll give you a look anyways at our standings here in April. So 1 gone here in the Philadelphia 3rd, and set to stand in a guy who seems to get better with age, the dangerous Adrian Beltre. Into the windup and the pitch. And a 2-seam fastball there, but this is chopped fouled at the plate for strike 1. Oh, and Beltre really wanted that one, but he didn't get it. Behind 0-2 now. 1 out, nobody on. And this is swung on and missed. His 5th strikeout already, and there are 2 gone in the inning.
Well, he's really locked in at this point in the game on the bump. So far this inning, 4 pitches and 2 outs. Got the first guy on 1 pitch, then absolutely dominates this at bat with a 3-pitch strikeout.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. That's out to the gap in right center. It's down for at least a base hit. With his speed, perhaps more. He'll get it into second. And that is where the wheels pay off, as he's able to make it into second with a hustle double.
Number 7, shortstop.
Now to the plate, Michael Franco, looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at bat. And now a pitch hit sharply on the ground, but a foul ball here. 0-1. 2 out here and a runner at second. In the dirt, and now let's see. Throw goes to third, and he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch.
Well, some would say no harm done with that wild pitch, right? But I disagree. The runner's now 90 feet away from scoring an infield single, a booted ball, and he crosses the plate. That might not be the case if he were still on second.
Here's the 1-2 delivery. Hit well down the left field line, but back into the crowd. Foul. And a swing and a miss there on a late breaking slider as he set down on strikes for the 2nd time this afternoon. Phillies strand 1. Score holds. It's 3-1. The plate, Andres Dubois. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Andres Dubois.
First pitch of the at-bat. Looks at a changeup right over the middle. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Goodness. 0-2 now.
Wow, not sure what that was, but talking about having your mind made up you're going to swing before the pitcher even throws a pitch. I don't know how you swing at that pitch.
And he wasn't going to hit that one with an or. The strikeout, and there's one gone.
It's so hard to hit when you're behind the count 0-2, right? You have to protect for the fastball. You have to look for the soft stuff down and away. You're really at a disadvantage when you fall behind 0-2.
Here's the center fielder, Denard Span. As he'll take a look at a curveball that drops in there on the outer half. It's strike one. 0 for 2 for him to this point. And he makes good contact there, but this is going to find the stands foul down the right field line. And he struck him out. So with 2 gone here in the 4th, let's check out our pitch speed comparison for the 2 starters. And both of these guys are working right around the same speed. 93 for one, 92 for the other. Here's the shortstop, Ian Desmond. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. Now the pitch. And that misses for ball 1. 3-1 is our score here in inning number 4. Swing and a ball chopped foul down the left side. And they'll go off speed here as this pitch misses. It's 2-1. Hitters count now. Here's the 2-1. Hey, look out. Curveball misses way inside. Ball 3.
He's really been good this game. Around the plate, throwing strikes, hasn't walked anybody. Right now he finds himself a little bit of a hole, but he can battle back.
Ball hit high to the right side, but this will get into the seats. Foul. And this is taken low for ball 4, and they'll have themselves a 2-out base runner here after all.
The right fielder, number 34, Bryce Harper.
Digging in once again, Bryce Harper. He singled his last time up. Hit out towards second. Taken in by Zobrist. And as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. Nationals leave 1, but they hang on to a 3-1 lead. Now in the box, Jose Bautista comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
Bautista.
Down the third baseline. Prado's up with it. And a good throw gets him 1 gone.
Now batting, catcher Wilson Ramos.
Here's the catcher, Wilson Ramos. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Pitch on the way. And this is taken outside for ball 1. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. There's a fastball right over the inside corner. 1 run, 4 hits, and 1 error in the ballgame for the Phillies so far. And not a real good cut at that slider, and he's behind 1-2.
Tell you what, I'm already taking inventory in the 4th inning here, Matt. His secondary pitch has really been effective. He's used it well. He's getting a lot of good results from it. I just wonder if they're going to make an adjustment as the game continues.
And the fastball easy to lay off that time. 2-2. Set to deal on 2-2. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Span giving chase. And he tracks it down. A nice running play to record the 2nd out.
First baseman number 23, Edmund London.
So digging in now, Edmund London. Swing and a ball line hard towards short. A diving try, but it's through into the outfield.
Well, we always expect him. If he's got 2 hits in the hit column, something's going to be over the boards. But hey, he'll take the 2 singles. Not complaining.
Here's Ben Zobrist now, as he'll cut on and miss it. A good slider at the knees for strike 1. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. And boy, big problems here to start this at bat. It's 0-2 now. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Oh, and he leaves the fastball up there. Mistaken location. He is going to pay for it dearly as that ball is sent over the wall. A home run. So it's a 2-run home run off the bat of Ben Zobrist. Career homer number 149. And the Phillies have pulled even now at 3-3.
That's what I love about baseball. The pitch before, he looked absolutely foolish, but he gathered himself, stayed with the plan, and the next pitch he goes yard. Every pitch is another chance.
Into the box, Woody Swanson. And this is fouled straight back. The 0-1 on its way. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. In the dirt, but swung on and missed. And the throw to first ends the inning. But the fighting strike for a pair, both coming on this 2-run home run. We're through 4. We're tied now at 3 apiece. Here's the catcher, Salvador Perez. He'll start things out as we begin the 5th.
Catcher, Salvador Perez.
Now a swing and a chance for the third baseman, Beltre. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
The batter, first baseman, Ryan Zimmerman.
Here's Ryan Zimmerman now. He's 0 for 1 thus far. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Line foul to the right and over the Phillies dugout. Here's the 1-1 pitch. 1-2. Now some action in the Phillies bullpen as a right-hander begins to crank it up out there. Grounder down the line at third. And this is going to get by Beltre down the line. A fair ball.
That is a great 2-strike approach. Spread his legs out, kept the hands back, and just punched the ball through for a ground ball base hit.
Prado.
Martin Prado now, a hit in 2 tries so far. Ball 1. 3 runs, 4 hits, and no errors so far for the Nationals. Sent on the ground out to second. He'll go to the bag for 1. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. 1 hit's all they get. Home half of the 5th coming up, and we are all tied at 3 apiece. Ready for another shot now. John Jay. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game. Into the windup and the pitch. Change up. A little bit inside. 1-0. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. That's lifted the other way out to left. Taylor is over. 1 down.
The third baseman, number 29, Adrian.
Here's the third baseman, Adrian Beltre. And he's likely just trying to put one in play here. 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts thus far. And that swung on and missed for strike 1.
Matt, he's throwing a lot of strikes. Very impressive, right? We just saw a swing and miss. But he may be even more effective if every now and then he throws a ball that's out of the zone, because they know he's in the zone. They're being really aggressive. If they have to think a little bit, it might not be a strike. It might be good for him.
Wow, what makes it so tough to be a hitter is to be able to hit and change his speeds, right? You're geared up for the fastball, and all of a sudden he pulls the string and throws you the straight change, the dreaded equalizer.
And did he hold up in time? A look down, and no, he went around. It's strike 3.
He's really racked up the strikeouts in this one, and this guy's been victimized 3 times already today. He and this lineup are clearly having a really tough time picking him up.
Into the box now, Brandon Jordan. Looked like a slider there, swing, and a ball sent high in the air. This one is way back there, and it is gone. A home run. So a solo shot here to left center field. 4th home run here in the early going as they take the lead 4-3.
Boy, this guy's hot right now. Hit a bomb yesterday and hit another tape measure shot today. When he gets hot, he hits them in bunches. This could be the beginning of one of those extended hot streaks.
Ready once again, Maikel Franco. And he's at risk of the old hat trick. 2 strikeouts on his line so far.
Yeah, and it seems like these hat tricks and golden sombreros are a lot more common than they were, say, 10, 15 years ago. Guys have stopped worried about striking out as much. It's really been an ideological shift in the game. That's a big topic of debate.
Yeah, guy's not going to worry about 3 strikeouts if he can add a game win. Now this one is blasted to left field, and there's no doubt about it. Back-to-back jacks. A solo shot here to left. 4th home run here in the early going, and it's now 5-3. That home run is definitely worth giving the show track treatment to. And as we look at it, not only an impressive distance shot, but the 110 miles an hour exit velocity is nothing to scoff at either. That's a big boy home run. And some action out in that Washington bullpen now as we see both a left-hander and a right-hander throwing. Standing in now, Jose Bautista. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. 1-0 count. Here it is. A little bouncer. That's a foul ball. Even at a ball and a strike. Here's the pitch. Turned on down the line. But this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a line drive. And this had home run distance, but it just does hook foul.
Well, that's 3 foul balls in a row. He's definitely battling up there.
And here's a ball hit in the air. Zimmerman is there for it. And the inning is over. So 2 runs come across here, both coming via the solo home run. We're through 5 here at the ballpark. Phillies lead this one 5-3. Digging in once again, Michael Taylor. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this one.
Number 4.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Couldn't wait back. A swing and a miss. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. A wave and a miss. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Drilled down the line. But this will be a foul ball, and it's still 0-2. Here it comes, 0-2. And a good 2-strike swing here as he's been fighting off some tough pitches, but the count will remain at 0-2.
That's probably not what he wants to do with 2 strikes right there with the fastball. He is fortunate he just fouled it off.
A breaking ball swung on and missed, and he's set down for the 2nd time this afternoon.
Well, this pitching staff has done a pretty good job right there. That's the 4th time he struck out, and we're only in the 2nd game of this series.
Stepping in now, Danny Espinoza. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. And this ball's heading for the seats down the right side as the count will move to 0-2 now. Here it comes on 0-2. Got him. And that's 8 strikeouts now for him in the ballgame.
That's back-to-back punch-outs, and he's really starting to rack them up now, guys. I've got 8 strikeouts in my scorebook for him now, so he's got good stuff.
Your attention,
Ramey will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 23, Luke Ramey.
In there for strike 1. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. And this is going to be a foul ball in amongst the spectators.
Matt, he's 1 pitch away from striking out the side. Now that's a shutdown inning. Your team gets your runs, and then you go back and shut them down.
And this is pulled foul as he was way out in front there. 2 out, nobody on. And they'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
Tried to get him to chase that 0-2 curveball there, but he wasn't biting. Very well could see it again here, though.
And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9 here, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Sheldon Colon will come on and make his 4th appearance in this campaign.
Sheldon Colon.
Striding in once again, Wilson Ramos. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. Took a wave at one around the shins with no luck. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Lays off the slider, and it's 1-1.
Boy, I like the pitch idea. It looked like he tried to get him to chase right there, make him think that ball's over the plate and it runs away, but he laid off it. I don't know how, but he did.
1-2 as he chases the slider.
So he threw the slider darting away to him 2 times in a row. Now I don't think he'll go for it again. I'm looking for something hard inside on this pitch.
And that slider's almost in the dirt.
That's back-to-back breaking balls away, but now he's got himself into a little bit of a tough spot. You probably can't throw that again, so your opponent is probably up there just looking for a fastball that he can drill.
Two, here it is. Never tempted to swing at that ball down low. It's ball 3. This is line to left. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is on to begin the inning.
Well, there's another line drive single to start the inning here in the middle innings. I tell you what, they are swinging the bats today. They've had a great game plan. They've been aggressive. They've laid off of balls. They've hit strikes, everything you want, and they're executing to a T.
Action now in the Washington bullpen as a right-hander begins to get loose. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. That's back toward the mound. This will be a tough turn, however, and he won't even think about second as he'll flip on to first for the sure out.
The second baseman, number 18,
Ben Zobrist will stand in again as we flash you back here to the fourth inning. This was a two-run home run that was definitely one of the big blows of the ball game to this point. Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. Ramos is on his way home. And the runner from second is in to score. Now a 6-3 game. And he will pull into second with an RBI double.
Well, you just keep adding on. That's how you win games. And he's a big part of it right here. That's his third RBI, and they extend the lead in this ball game.
In now, Woody Swanson, as he'll get a slider up through it for the first strike. For Zobrist, he's at second with his second double of this young season. 0-1 count and the pitch. And boy, this at-bat is not starting off well as he's behind 0-2 now.
Two things pitchers really love: called strike threes and jamming hitters. How about that? Talk about that jam right there. That's about as good as it gets.
Swing and a miss as he ran that two-seamer right by him for the second out.
Nice two-seam fastball there. You don't usually see a lot of swings and misses with that pitch unless it's really moving. So that one must have had some real good late life.
He's set. Here it comes. Out in front as this is pulled foul into the seats. Here's the 0-1. Line to the right side. And that's in there. Base hit. And they're going to hold that runner at third base. As even with two away, they didn't like their chances there.
Well, you're not going to see that very often. The ball's hit hard, but they held the runner up. With two outs, he's run on contact. But that time, the ball was hit so hard, third base coach could do nothing but hold up the runner.
Here's the third baseman, Adrian Beltre. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball one. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Here it comes, 1-0. Look out, 2-0 now.
Well, you have to have a lot of confidence and composure to pitch effectively, and right now, I'm just not seeing it. He looks kind of rattled out there to me.
Beltre sitting on the 2-0. Takes a knee-high fastball.
I like that. That's great 2-0 hitting. You're looking for one specific pitch in one specific area. You don't get it, you take it.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Taylor ranging back. Still ranging back. And this one is gone. A home run. A 3-run dinger by Adrian Beltre. First home run of the campaign for him, as it's now a 6-run ball game.
It looked like he might just work out of that inning only giving up a single run, but it all comes crashing down on that mistake. Nothing like a 3-run bomb to change the entire complexion of your day on the mound.
Ready for another shot now, Brandon Jordan. And he's got a shot at history here, but he'll need a triple to complete the cycle. First delivery to him on the way. Liner toward right center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. So Maikel Franco will get a chance to hit this inning following the 2-out success.
Well, how about that for a 4-hit game? He homered earlier. Now he picks up his 4th hit of the game. Wow, he's having a tremendous game.
Into the box, Maikel Franco. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. Throw over to the bag. Don't want to forget about him. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. And this one's hit on the ground, but foul. Now a throw over, and he's back standing. 4 runs here in this half inning. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Now a move over to first, just keeping him close. Ready to deal. Here's the 2-1. And this is fouled at the plate. A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Got him. And that's the 3rd time we've written a K next to his name in this one. Another good inning here for the Phillies, and the brotherly love is in abundance now. On to the back 3rd here this afternoon, and we'll have it for you next on MLB Network. Welcome back to Citizens Bank Park here in Philadelphia. It's on to the 7th inning now with the Phillies out in front, and it's a good time to check out our game summary through the first 6 innings so far. Here's the center fielder, Denard Span. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
The windup and the 0-1. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Jay has a read on it, looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
Now batting, shortstop.
Digging in to try it again, Ian Desmond. He singled earlier, making him 1 for 2 to this point. Hit back up the middle. And that'll find its way into center field for a 1-out hit.
Well, if I'm pitching, I got to be shaking my head. That's the last thing I'm thinking is he's going to hit a ball down and away and handle it as well as he did to get a base hit.
Here's Bryce Harper now, as he'll take a changeup here for strike 1. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. Comes set with the 0-1. Just a bit high that time as he misses for a ball.
Well, he's thrown a lot of pitches in this one, but it's not like he's walking a bunch of guys. Only 1 free pass to this point, but they're still making him work really hard.
And he makes good contact there, but this is going to find the stands foul down the right field line. Right-hander starts to loosen out in the bullpen now. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Looking for his 10th strikeout. Here's the pitch. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
Well, they're down by a lot, but they've been able to string together now a couple hits in a row. This is a big inning. If they can turn it around, they still got a chance to get back in this game. They don't score here. This game's about over.
Here's the Philadelphia manager on his way out to the mound now, and it would appear he's seen enough of his starter this afternoon. So he'll leave here with 1 out in the 7th as he now hopes the bullpen can go ahead and get him the W.
Your
less.
attention, please.
Good. Comes on
Now
to start
pitching
the
for the
inning, and
Phillies,
he'll have a huge lead
number
to work
15,
with.
Les Good.
Here's the catcher, Salvador Perez, as he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike one. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. The 0-1 on its way. Drilled to first. Right to him. The second for one. On to first. And talk about doing the job out of the bullpen. 1 batter, 2 outs, and the inning is over. 1 left for Washington. Still way back. It's 9-3. Eric O'Flaherty comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one. Ready once again, Jose Bautista. He'll match up with a new pitcher to begin their half of the 7th. Smoked on the ground left side. Played on the backhand. On to first is Desmond, and that's in time for the first out.
The catcher, number 40.
Here's the catcher, Wilson Ramos. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Sends that one out of play for strike one. I had him reaching at thin air that time, and he's very quickly down 0-2.
Well, now he's 0-2 after that off-balance swing. And sitting on the on-deck circle, there's no way he was thinking about this will be my approach. Let me swing and fall down.
And a slider just about gets away from him there as it runs in a bit too close for comfort.
Wow, kind of an interesting pitch call there. The batter flailed at the pitch away on the previous one, so you'd think you'd go right back there, but instead they decided.
There's a swing and a high drive into left center field. Span racing back. He makes the play. Really had to hustle to get to that one. 2 gone now.
23, Edmund London.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Edmund London. 2 hits in 3 at-bats for him in this one. Into the windup and the pitch. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Span going back. He gets there to make the play, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia, but they lead it by a margin of 9. Digging in and looking for more, Ryan Zimmerman. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game.
Ryan Zimmerman.
First delivery to him on the way. A changeup that catches the corner for strike one. The windup and the 0-1. Here's a swing, and oh man, way out of here. So a solo home run here for Ryan Zimmerman. First home run of the campaign for him as they try to claw back. It's a 5-run deficit.
Well, they're not there yet, but a solo homer to lead off the inning will do wonders for any team's confidence. We'll see if the next few batters can continue the comeback effort here. Just need to string some good at-bats together now.
Third baseman number 24,
Martin Prado now. As he'll look at a changeup that drops below the knees for ball 1. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Swing and a line drive, but this is a foul ball. No outs, nobody on. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Jordan ranging back, and just short of a home run. This ball's off the wall, and he'll pull into second here with nobody out.
Well, when you serve up pitches like that, Matty, you know these hitters are going to put some good swings on them. And that's what happens here as he blasts this thing. The last 2 hitters have really set the stage.
Man, I thought for sure we were going to see back-to-back jacks right there. Yeah, so now we'll see if the next guy can keep this train rolling. Well, we'll give you a look there at the graphic. He picks up his first two-base hit of the new season. 2-0 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball. No one out with a runner at second. To short. There is Franco. No problem here. One away.
The batter, second baseman.
Ready for another chance. Danny Espinosa. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ball game. Here's a first pitch slider that just tails out of the zone. It's ball one. In there, and it's even at 1. Runner at second here with one man out. Lifted in the air out to right. Moving under it, Jordan. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
The pitcher, number 39, Eric O'Flaherty.
Howard Corley will look to provide a little two-out thunder off the bench as he'll hit with a runner at second and 2 away. Yanked on the ground down the line. And the side is retired. Nationals on the board on the home run by Ryan Zimmerman. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. It's the Phillies 9 and the Nationals. Jordan Walden will come on out of the bullpen as he'll be appearing in his 3rd game this season.
Jordan Walden.
Digging in the switch hitter, Ben Zobrist. He's 2 for 3 with a home run and a double. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Harper has a read on it. 1 away.
Now batting, the pitcher, Les Good.
Chris Granderson will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with 1 gone in the inning. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Over towards the dugout, but this one will get into the stands. Oh, and it looks like a visit to the video room may be in order after that hack. It's 0-2 now.
Well, that's not a good pitch for him to hit. Look, this fella's got so much power, but you got to bring the pitch into the zone. Chasing that one there, right there, I'd go back and throw it to him again.
Here it comes, 0-2. This is hit high in the air. Taylor is in his tracks now, and that's out number 2.
The center fielder, number 24, Sean Shea.
So striding in, John Jay. He's doubled and singled in 4 at-bats in this contest. From the stretch. Hit in the air to right center field. This ball is carrying well. Back it goes, and it is out of here. It's a solo home run here for John Jay. First home run of the campaign for him, as it's now a 6-run ball game.
Well, that's why you hear people say work down in the zone. That's such a difficult pitch to hit. But if the ball's up a little bit, these great hitters, they touch it, it's going out of the ballpark. Right there is a prime example.
The third baseman, number 29, Adrian.
Into the box now, Adrian Beltre. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. The 0-1 on its way. Grounded, and this will kick off the third base bag. That's through for a base hit, his second of the ball game. And they won't get an out from this as he's able to reach on a play that you just don't see very often.
Next for Philadelphia, right
So
fielder,
stepping in, Brandon Jordan.
Jordan.
He's been hot in this one. 4 hits, including a homer and a double. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And now a swing and a miss, and that's what you call establishing the inside part of the plate. It's strike one.
Boy, not a good swing there. That was really ugly. Anytime you can make a hitter look like that, you've done something special.
Did it look to you like he was guessing on the pitch?
Oh, certainly it had to be, Matt, but if he was, he obviously wasn't looking for that pitch.
Up and in here as he had to bend out of danger.
He went deep earlier, so that might have been a little bit of a message they were trying to send to get him off the plate. At the very least, they're clearly trying to get him from getting his arms extended again.
Here's the 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Well, he kind of got caught chasing the first 2 pitches out of the strike zone, but I think he's caught on to their game a little bit right now. 2 tough pitches that he took with 2 strikes, and now the count is 2-2.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Fouled toward the third base dugout, but this will get back into the seats, out of play. Here's another 2-2. Hit hard back up the middle, and this is going to get on by Desmond. It's a base hit. Boy, and they have not been able to get him out. This is now a 5-hit ball game for him here, and those don't come along every day.
No, they don't. But I tell you what, he's been working hard. He's been locked in right now. Just his approach. You knew he was going to have a good day. 5 hits. Wow.
Standing in now, Maikel Franco, as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball 1. He went deep back in the 5th. And maybe a little frustrated on the mound here as the fastball misses for ball 2 now.
This is where you really got to focus with runners on base. You got a 2-0 count. You have a tendency to get a little anxious thinking you can drive somebody in. Stay focused. Get your pitch.
Back up the middle, and that's through into center field. Base hit. Long throw to the plate. The tag from Perez won't get him. Safe at the plate.
Well, nothing flashy about this base hit. Just a simple ground ball up the middle. But the one thing I do like is the approach to go up the middle. There's a lot of hits in the middle of the diamond.
In now, Jose Bautista, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Struggling so far in this one and looking to erase his 0-for-4 ball game right here. Hoping to limit the damage. Here's the pitch. And this will be fouled away.
Oh, right there. Sometimes you can just miss a ball. Doesn't mean you have to swing and miss, but that ball's right in his wheelhouse, and he didn't square it up the way he'd like to. He missed it.
Ready with the 1-1 pitch. And here's a ball hit in the air. Espinosa will put this one away, and the side is retired. So it's 2 runs on 4 base hits. No errors and a couple of men left on. We've played 8 full. Phillies on top, 11-4. Matt McCormick enters from the pen to begin the frame with a sizable lead with which to work. Into the box now, Denard Span starting things for his side in the 9th as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
Swing and a miss here, and he's behind in the count now, 0-2. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. Hit down the third base line. And this is going to get by Beltre down the line. A fair ball. Throw won't won't get him.
That was some great situational hitting there after surveying the field to see what the defense was giving him. The third baseman was well off the line, and he had no chance to make a play as he sprays it down the left field line for a two-bagger.
Here's a fastball at the knees. Good spot, good pitch, and it's 0-2. A swing and a miss on a ball way out of the zone, and there's one away. Digging in, Bryce Harper. He's 2 for 3 thus far. He's ready. Here's the first offering. He'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1. One out and a runner on second base. A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance. Jay racing back. He gets there and makes the play for the second out of the inning. And he's up to third safely now with 2 gone in the inning.
The catcher,
Here's the catcher, Salvador Perez. Although there are a couple of bases open, and we'll see if they think about working around him. Called strike on the knuckle curve, and he's ahead in the count, 0-1. 0-1 count, and the pitch. Fly ball out toward left center field. On the move is Jay. And he tracks it down, and this ball game is over.
Wow, they were banging on all cylinders from the leadoff man to the number 9 guy, the owner. They absolutely cruised to a 7-run victory. If it were only always that easy, right?
11-4 at the end of this affair. The Phillies blasted 5 home runs en route to victory. Woody Swanson earns his first win of the season. So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Harold Reynolds, Dan Plesac, and the rest of our crew. This is Matt Vasgersian, and you've been watching a presentation of MLB Network. See you next time.